10 seconds in, so time to start talking. Tonight we are going to be continuing Star Wars The Old Republic. We finished with Simhalu, our smuggler, last week, so now we are going to the Imperial Agent. So, hopping over. And we right now are on the Imperial fleet with Vizier Shu, our Chiss Imperial Agent. We have a quest to board a shuttle to Dromund Kaas, and we are going to pick up the Imperial Agent storyline there. Sorry about not doing the crafting stream, by the way, last week. There was some household things that had to happen that involved me making a road trip to Biloxi, Mississippi, which was little over 12 hours each way. And when I say road trip,
All citizens are required to seek out signs of genetic mutation due to Rakul plague exposure and neutralize the afflicted as necessary.
By neutralize, they mean kill, just so you know. But by round trip, I mean I drove... we drove there, the person we were picking up tossed their stuff in the vehicle, and we drove home. And I drove 26.5 hours. Pretty much only breaks were to stop and use the rest stop, bathroom, and pick up like bottled water and beef jerky for me. That was pretty much it. Drove for 26.5 or 25.5 hours. Last hour of the trip, when we were only an hour from home, I had to have my other half take over driving because it was night. I have an astigmatism. It was raining, and people's LED headlights were blinding me to the point that I could not see the road. So, not safe to drive, and I had them take over for the last hour. Otherwise, I drove the entire thing myself. Of course, I was stupid to do that, but they tend to fall asleep at the wheel, so I don't think I was quite as stupid as it sounds. Okay. Alright. Now, when we head to Dromund Kaas, we're going to get to meet some very important players in the Imperial Agent storyline. So you will get to know a bit more about what's going on and where our place is in the world of the Empire as an Imperial Agent. Haven't been wearing earrings in over a week, and I just put them in today, and now my headphone is like pushing my earring into the skin on the back of my, like right behind my ear, and it hurts. So I keep having to adjust it. It's going to be even more fun when I lay down to sleep. But yeah, we now have another person in the house, so that's fun. It'll be okay. Things are going to work out. It's just a bit more cramped than it was, and, you know. But we'll make do. We're still hunting for a house. The house that we were super excited about and had put an offer in on, we got the news on Monday that they did not accept our offer.
Surprises me how clean you people keep your spaceports. If this were Hutta, I'd be scraping alien gunk off my boots. Of course, if this were Hutta, I couldn't be thrown into prison for spitting the wrong way. So come on, Agent. You're going to welcome me here to the Imperial homeworld?
I'm surprised you've never been here before.
I avoid Imperial space. I want to die in a cantina fight, not ticking off some bureaucrat. Anyway, let's head down to the city. Keeper wanted us to see the Citadel. I'm guessing it won't be hard to find.
Don't worry. This should be fun.
Now let's go meet your bosses.
Okay. But yeah, we've got 6 houses lined up to see on Sunday, potentially 8 if 2 of them accept our offer to come and see them. So it's going to be a very busy afternoon. Should be fun though. Tomorrow, though, I'm planning to go and get a haircut, and honestly, I'm thinking of going and getting a manicure because I got one before, and some of my nails weren't quite long enough to keep them the length I wanted, and I'm trying to get them to all be like the same length and, you know, stuff like that. Oh, hey, before I forget, map. Remember, we want to have these show exploration missions turned on, because that's how we get those fun stories like, you know, ergonomic chairs. Okay.
Nice jungle.
This is going to be the heroic. Yeah, I'm not interested in the daily heroics, even though I could do. This is a quest.
Welcome, sir. I'm Commander Rylan. We have an emergency on our hands and could use an extra officer on point. Something is stirring up the jungle beasts, which makes the route between here and Cast City hazardous. Several individuals traveling on foot have disappeared. I've even had reports of jungle beasts attacking speeders.
Send a strike team to put down these predators.
I've already tried that, sir. The results were unexpected. I dispatched 2 commando teams into the jungle to clear out the beasts, but they never returned. An emergency holo message came through from one of the team leaders. I'll play it for you.
Repeat. Landing beacons are emitting some kind of energy. Those surges are driving the beasts mad. Can't get close enough to reroute power. Lost my team. Beasts closing in. Need reinforcements. Ah!
Sensors confirm unusual energy readings in the jungle. The spaceport landing beacons appear to be the cause.
How could landing beacons affect the creatures?
If a beacon's energy signature has been altered, the sonic frequency could be extremely disruptive to a creature's nervous system. I realize I'm asking a great deal of you, sir, but someone needs to reroute power on those landing beacons. I'll track your progress from here. Return when you're done. Good luck. The jungle predators are fierce.
I love how they're basically like, hey, we already sent 2 strike teams and they died. So let's send you alone with your one other person. Oh, there's another quest up this way. At least if I read things right. Now, Rishiru is a sniper, just like our smuggler is. And I think the smuggler is called a gunslinger, not a sniper instead. Basically, she's not the sneaky type. Go ahead and kill that one. That's fixed. killing the jungle predators is not necessary for us to finish this quest. So we're probably going to avoid doing that for the most part.
Hello, gentlemen. Kind of an unusual place for a guard post, yes?
Yes, sir, that it is. When the speeders were pulled off the line, people started braving the deeper jungle, trying to make it to Cass City on foot. Had a few deaths, some of them VIPs. Captain Tolto sent us to keep people out and poke around a bit, see what's out there.
Don't keep me waiting.
We managed to take some data readings, even some hollows. Big nasty critters out there, nothing to mess with. Our runner, unfortunately, is down a leg from the experience. If you're headed back towards the spaceport, could you give the observation disc to Captain Tolto?
I can and will. Keep up the good work, men.
Thank you.
So that one's pretty quick and easy. We're just going to take the discs back. Still got to fix those beacons. So one is up that way, which I think we're going to have to go back. Because I'm pretty sure if we go down, we'll be in the heroic area, and I'm not quite ready for that. So instead, I need to go up this way. There's one of them. Gotta take down the Gundark first.
Yeah!
You'll notice a lot of the abilities we use on the show are just like the ones we were using on Sinhalu. Lots of bombs, lots of hiding behind a barrier of some sort and shooting, things like that. Should be one more of these. Excuse me. Up this way. Not sure how long the stream is going to go tonight. I've got to get up slightly earlier than I would like to tomorrow. So probably going to bed a bit earlier. See if I can't get at least an hour in. There we go. Hey, auto-updating astrogation chart. I believe that is a companion gift. Okay. I haven't even looked at her inventory to see what else she's carrying, so... I'll deal with it when I have to, I guess. But for right now, we're just heading back to the spaceport, avoiding the mobs. Hi.
You did it, sir. According to sensors, all energy fluctuations from the landing beacons have ceased. Analysis indicates they were deliberately sabotaged to drive the jungle beasts insane. I am transmitting a full report to Cass City. I trust you'll find this payment satisfactory, sir. I apologize if I delayed you. Good day.
Okay then. I leveled up. Now?
Captain Tolto, I have the recognizance from your guard post in the jungle.
Appreciated, Agent. This is what I needed. I'll start moving to warn everyone off that path until we can get some full cleanup squads.
Okay then. That was, simple. Alright.
Destination? Enjoy your stay.
I think that's where we're supposed to go to do the Trollcast City. Yes, the heroic area Drummond-Cass. Eventually we'll have some quests to do out here. There's those Mandos. There's a quest there at Outpost Tempest I could have done. Once you've gotten on a taxi, there's not really a way to get off. It's just kind of keep going. Okay. There we go. We'll get the stuff that can be done out in the jungle later. We're gonna head for inside Cass City and see what there is to do. Because believe me, there's always stuff to do. Some of which we might remember.
A second of your time, please. 9 to 20. Imperial Intelligence.
I'm assuming you have Keeper's clearance to approach me for this.
Cleared and processed. No point in dodging procedure. You're a new face on Drummond-Cass. That presents a unique opportunity and a small window in which to use it. I need you to meet a man. Go where he says and do what he asks. There's little danger. But you must not question him.
Going into a situation I don't understand makes me nervous. But I'll do what I must.
The man is named Manda, and he is in a local cantina. Tell him the Lord of Sorrow sent you. Good luck. We will not speak again.
Okay. We've done this quest before. We did this on Area. No harm in doing it again. We're going to be picking up a few quests again that we've done before, but we'll also be seeing the class quests for Viscera, which will make things a bit different.
Seven brutal, bloody murders. 7! And the killer is allowed to walk free? Decent, law-abiding citizens, loyal servants of the Emperor are being slaughtered. And what do our security forces do? Nothing. I've seen the killer myself, but the authorities say I don't have enough proof. I demand justice.
You think you impress me? Pathetic.
I must be heard. I'm the only one who knows the truth. Several days ago, I spotted a bounty hunter following people seemingly at random, but pointing a strange device at them. The descriptions of the murder victims exactly match the people the hunter was following. He's behind these brutal killings, I know it.
That doesn't seem likely.
No, I know what I saw. I made no mistakes, I'm sure of it. I followed the killer this morning. Saw him skulking into the Mandalorian Enclave. Someone called him by name, Renegan. This bounty hunter must learn the Empire doesn't tolerate gutter scum like him killing its citizens. He needs to be punished.
And yet, we already know Renegan wasn't the killer. Oh, that's a PvP mission. Nope, nope, nope. I do not do PvP missions. Could I? Sure. Will I? No. Alright, let's go ahead and find Manda. Might as well get his stuff taken care of.
Knew a guy I went to his 6th party once. He was the entertainment. Came back wrong. Had to put him down. This place is messed up.
Let's go ahead and do her quest real quick.
Think the Huda smell is off my boots. Should have kicked in more faces while it lasted.
You talk about violence very casually.
I'm a casual girl. You and me against the galaxy. It's gonna be fun. All blasters and girl talk.
Something you want to gossip about?
Nah. You take the smart boys, I take the rich ones, we're all good. Let's go.
Okay then.
Nanda, the Lord of Sorrow sent me.
Listen carefully. I can say this once. A Chiss security officer stands at the bank. Hand him this gambling chip. He will give you a small item and further instructions. Now walk away casually.
Okay then. Like I said, we've done this before. We know what's going on with it. But that doesn't change the fact it's still got some interesting, doing it again, seeing it all again. Plus, who knows? Bashiru might make different choices than Erhira did. Chiss tend to be very much driven by what is the logical choice, more than what is the passionate choice, which is what Sith tend to be. That's that PvP terminal again. We're not going to do that. Oof. Up the stairs, up the other stairs. And up here is the bank. There he is.
I have a gambling chip for you.
And I have a package for you. Do not open it. Better if you don't even look at it. There is an NK line droid. I'll show you where to find it. The package goes there. Long live the Emperor.
That is one thing with the Chiss. They tend to be very Imperial gung-ho. As far as I can tell, it's because their society is very strictured. Like, I think pretty much everybody who's a Chiss, grows up in the military based on what I've seen. And so for them, joining the Empire is just second nature. And you'll find quite a few Imperial agents that are Chiss, though I don't know if that was the game's design or just it happens that way because, ooh, spooky secret agent with red glowing eyes. So, don't know on that. I know that I have 2 Imperial agents that are Chiss, so I like them.
I have a package for you.
For me? How wonderful. And I, in turn, have something for you, to show appreciation. If we have not caught the Republic's attention with this sequence, they simply aren't paying attention. Empire forever.
And there we go. All done, no more quest on that. Time to go and... probably going to speak with Keeper. We'll deal with Rennigan after we're done with Keeper. But hey, got us a few more credits, which are always nice. As always, we have to use a taxi
Destination?
To get here. Here we go. The Imperial headquarters.
Enjoy your stay.
Imperial Agent headquarters. if you remember, the Sith is in the middle, bounty hunters are to the left-hand side, and Imperial agents are to the right-hand side. I don't think I brought you guys over here before because we were instead focused on the Sith part of things, but I did take you guys over there before to see the Imperial or the bounty hunter side because of the quest with Rennigan. Right. Stairs. Let's see. I think we go right back here. Yep. Elevator. Or not. Okay. Oh. Elevator you have to have quests to take, so. That's what I was looking for. There is one of the trainers. Might have noticed that they disappeared. That's one of the abilities you can learn if you're the other spec, not the one that I chose. And then mostly computer banks. In here, more computer banks. They are all about the knowledge.
This is not your domain, Keeper. It is mine. It has always been mine.
Of course, my lord.
All you have built here, all you hope to control, it falls apart as easily as a human life. An hour ago, the Minister of Intelligence dropped to his knees and wept before me. You would do so too, if not for fear of being humiliated.
Your dissatisfaction is clear, my lord. It will be remedied. Now I'm asking you humbly to leave. These people are suffering in your presence.
I will leave my domain at the moment of my choosing, Keeper. You, Agent, you were the one sent to Hutter. Is that correct?
That's correct, my lord.
I am Darth Jadus. You served me well in your dealings with Nemro. You will serve me well again.
How do you mean, exactly?
All will become clear in time. Keeper, you will use this one. She will complete the assignment as I have instructed.
She's quite capable, my lord, but she lacks experience. A more seasoned agent...
I have made my decision. I wish the situation resolved before I leave Dromund Kaas. See to it that my will is done.
Very well. I'll make arrangements. Congratulations, Agent. You've made a friend on the Dark Council. I don't envy you.
Believe me, sir, it wasn't by choice.
I imagine not, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I want you outfitted and ready to leave as soon as possible. Grab your equipment from the lockers and meet me in my office. Once we're through with your debriefing, we'll discuss your next mission.
Oh, yep. Gotta love the fact that the Sith will basically make your decisions for you. So, locker's up here. It's a constant refrain with the Imperial agents versus the Sith, is that the Sith will demand things of the agents when the agents are not wanting to do those, and it doesn't make sense for the Empire itself for them
Come in,
to do
Agent.
so.
Let's talk. Kaleo, wait outside, please. One of the Watchers will handle your debriefing.
We need to talk about my terms.
I promise you you'll be well compensated. You can discuss the details with the Watcher.
If you say so. You two have a good time.
Sir, I've been reviewing the report of your activities on Hutter. You were busier than I'd expected.
I got the job done. If that's a problem, you should change your expectations.
Maybe I should. You were extremely effective in your mission, and I'm impressed by your efficiency. You used violence as a tool and not a crutch. Not many agents find that balance so easily. So I wonder, Why did you join Imperial Intelligence?
I had my reasons. If you need detail.
Reasons, too. It took me years to reconcile them with reality. Don't let the same thing happen to you. This isn't glamorous work. We're sanitation workers. We clean up after the military and the Sith and do the jobs no one else will. Without us, though, the Empire falls apart. So we do whatever is necessary, even if it's thankless and ugly. You understand?
I understand completely, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, as to your next assignment. One of the mandates of our organization is to eliminate dissidents and terrorists within the Empire. We've located one cell of radicals here in the capital working toward the violent overthrow of our government. We must know precisely what these terrorists plan.
Do we know anything more about them? Their goals?
Very little. They're unsatisfied with Imperial policies, but they're not anarchists or Republic stooges. At least so far as we know. We've intercepted chatter suggesting the radicals are planning a major attack soon, but we've only identified a handful of cell members. You will investigate the cell and obtain its plans. You'll have 2 operatives assisting you and full support from the Citadel.
Who'll I be working with?
Watcher 2, please come to my office. Bring Khalil Danis with you.
Watcher 2, huh? That's a pretty name. Is it Twi'lek?
It's basic. Unlike many civilizations, the Empire teaches its children how to count. Watcher 2 reporting, sir.
Khalil will be your aide in the field. She'll report to you and take your orders, since you seem able to handle her.
I'm making you look good, Agent. You should be grateful.
Meanwhile, Watcher 2 will be your liaison to base. She'll stay in contact remotely and provide you with mission details.
I've heard a lot about your species. Your unique skills should complement the team well.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
An alien mind, excellent physical performance. I look forward to seeing you in action.
Watcher 2 is one of our finest analysts, a success from the government eugenics programs. Her brain is faster than most computers.
Our primary lead on the radicals is at the site of a slave rebellion beyond Kars City. You've been outfitted with all necessary equipment already. Once you're in the field, signal me via holocommunicator and I'll brief you in full.
You said I'm heading into a slave rebellion.
We have troops cordoning off the area, but you should still be on your guard. We'll talk more on site.
Remember, you're not undercover. Identify yourself as an intelligence officer if you need to, and use the fear that it creates. You're on Imperial soil now, Agent. Welcome home.
Okay. We're gonna talk to her real quick.
Agent, I'm pleased to see you, of course. But I thought you'd be busy with the mission. Just as well, I suppose. I'm still plotting the details. So, what can I do for you?
I'm ready to get going. Brief me on what I need to know.
I told you. I'll send you the details once you're on site. I promise I'm not trying to make your life difficult. This is procedure.
Don't I even get a clue what I'm up against?
You don't take this terribly seriously, do you? I'm not sure whether I'm bothered by that or not. Now, we've both got work to do. Contact me via holocommunicator when you're on site and ready to go, okay?
Let's get this done.
Agreed. Goodbye, Agent.
Okay. Yeah, Watcher 2 is very by the books. She wants to do things exactly as they're supposed to be done. Oh, looks like we got more over here. I greet you respectfully, Rashero, and offer your welcome to Dromund Kaas. I am Loden Keshar. Can I assist you in some way?
What is it you do around here?
Since I have no official designation, my duties are flexible. Most days I assist actors and analyze reports. When needed, I also provide psychological profiling of alien behavior patterns. Because you and I are among the very few aliens with authority here, we must demonstrate our loyalty however we can and not disappoint.
I don't intend to disappoint anyone.
I am certain this is true. Now you must attend to your business. Do not allow me to distract you further. And yeah, aliens in the Empire are persona non grata for the most part, unless you are a Sith pureblood.
You're the new alien, eh? Well, let's see how that works out. I'm Fixer 12. Used to be a field operative, but these days, I keep this place running.
Not the most glamorous work, but someone needs to do it.
We all find ways of serving the Empire. Of course, not everyone understands what service is really about. People here will tell you that the Sith interfere with our work, keep us always fighting with the Minister of Intelligence, that sort of thing. Maybe they're right, but it doesn't matter. Our job's to obey orders. Our job's to deal with the enemy.
And who do you consider to be our enemy?
The Empire has a lot of enemies. The Republic and Jedi first up. We should focus on getting them, not fighting one another. Remember that, and maybe you'll last longer than most new agents.
I'll try to keep it all in mind.
Good choice. Be careful out there.
Okay, and there's one other person. Watcher 3, here we go.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't expect you to come over. You're the field agent from Hutter, right? I'm Watcher 3.
Is there some sort of problem? Am I bothering you?
Sorry. That's why I'm here instead of in the field. Not so good with people. Surprised I even got a Watcher designation. If I can manage it, I'm sure you'll get a title soon.
How many Watchers are there, anyway?
Only Keeper knows for sure. I've never met a Watcher with a designation higher than 4. Watcher 1's on assignment right now, so it's just me and Watcher 2 here. Anyway, I should get back to work. I'm on surveillance duty, and I don't want to miss anything.
Good man. Make sure that you don't.
Of course. I won't keep you.
So that gives you an idea of the different positions. There is, of course, Keeper, who's in charge of everything. There are the Watchers, who mostly do surveillance, but they also tend to be the ones who give you mission parameters, things like that. There's the Fixers, who, their name says it all. And then, of course, eventually, we will see the last designation. And that is actually what our character will be getting as their designation. Okay. And we'll get into that when we reach a bit further into the story. It won't take too long before we get that, though. So, might be the end of their first chapter. Each of these storylines is done as what are called chapters. So, each chapter is a new section, a new beginning, shall we say, for the storyline. PvP mission terminal. No, I don't want that. Okay, let's go, and we're going to just jog across this long bridge over to the Sith area. Then from there, we'll continue over to speak with Ren again. After which, we can head for the Unfinished Colossus. Like I said, a lot of the quests are going to be things we have already seen, already done, but that doesn't make them any less fun to see what choices Rashero chooses that Arir didn't. Plus, she's going to complete things in a different way than he does, since she is a sniper, as opposed to a, I'm going to run in screaming and punch you. Or hit you with my lightsaber. You know, whichever. Here is the Mando section. And I believe he's actually up here by the taxi, yep.
I've got a shuttle to catch. You mind getting out of my way?
Fleeing the scene of your crimes, Rennigan?
Just my luck. 10 seconds later and I would have been off this blasted planet. You've been listening to Wrightson. Great. Listen, I didn't murder anybody. I was just hired to tag some random citizens, that's all.
You didn't ask why you were hired to tag random people.
I got instructions, not explanations. Seemed harmless at the time. I had no idea my clients would kill those people. I was hired by a group of Sith to organize games for them. Didn't realize what that meant until bodies started piling up. When I confronted them, they laughed. Said Sith have a birthright to hunt lowlives. It's like a sport to them.
What happens now?
I'm not taking the blame for something I didn't do. I'm in over my head and too many people are watching me now, so I can't even leave. I need help, and I'm willing to pay for it. You interested?
I can't promise anything.
I just want this problem to go away, and I only see two ways for that to happen. Either get rid of the loudmouth pointing fingers at me, or end that sick game the Sith are playing.
I think your clients need to find a new hobby.
Works for me. I'll have a plan that'll get them so good, no one will have to worry about fallout. Take this hunter tag. Use it on Sith acolytes all around the city. The acolytes will become my clients' new targets. Don't worry. I'll make sure they survive. Come back when you're done, and I'll pay you.
See, this was the choice that Air didn't take. He decided to go ahead and just tag Ren and
Destination?
make him the new target. Let's go ahead
Enjoy
and,
your stay.
Tag some of those Sith acolytes. No reason not to, you know? I believe those acolytes are over this way. Fun thing about Dromedcast, by the way, is you will regularly hear the sounds of somebody's feet hitting water, even though there's no water visible. Reason for that is because Dromedcast is pretty much always raining. So it's just certain spots are set up as water sounds because they are puddles, basically. Citizens. More random citizens. Gives me another acolyte. Citizen. There's some this way. Let's see. Right there was one of them. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but there was a splash like somebody stepping in a puddle. Lightsabers they carry make them real easy to spot. Let's see. See, there's the bombs. But I don't think I have the option to trigger that quest to get rid of the bombs like we did with Arir. Not seeing the spot where I can start that, so we're just going to ignore it. And we'll deal with Rennigan later. We've got them tagged, so we're going to head out on our way to the Unfinished Colossus. And we'll pick up a couple other quests on the way.
Finally, someone who can keep their head in a crisis. Rebel slaves hit my team in the jungle. They stole weapons, supplies. As if that wasn't bad enough, the idiots ransacked our spires for parts. Without those components, we've got a lightning spire building up dangerous energy levels. It'll crater half of Car City if it blows.
How long until the spire explodes?
I can't say for sure. We should have at least enough time to avert the disaster. Most of my men ran off. Some tried to reclaim the spire parts, but the rebels cut them down. I came back here for reinforcements. We need to recover the components the rebels stole and get that lightning spire back online before it goes critical.
That sounds like a suicide run.
I'd be long gone if I thought we didn't have a chance. At least give it a shot. The rebels are camped along the river. Blast them down, pry the stolen components from their hands, and then reinstall them at the spire. If the river runs red with rebel blood, I'll throw in something extra.
Okay, so we remember doing this, I'm sure, where we had to go and get those spire components. There's the river up ahead, so we should... There's the rebels.
Oh, you my gun.
Now you might notice with her shots take a little bit longer than they did for Simhalu. Hers are single shots too, but they're also more powerful than the single shots of the sniper. Like, a lot more powerful if you don't notice that. Next component. Well, that was interesting. Ran up for a second, stared at us, and then went away again. I can also shoot from a lot longer distance. Okay. Like, when I say a lot longer distance, I mean a lot longer.
Take this, ugly.
It's the joy of being a sniper, though, as opposed to a gunslinger. Gunslinger gets 2 guns, sniper only gets 1, but that sniper rifle is something to brag about. my main on my well, I guess he's not my main anymore since I play my bounty hunter more. But originally, the one that was my main on my primary server was a sniper. Just like, actually, he was a sniper and a chess, just like Risheru. And man, do I love the class. Plus, the storyline for Imperial Agents is kind of incredible. Lots of twists and turns, but well worth seeing at least once. So I'm very excited that we're going to get to see it together. I think this is the side. Yep, we gotta go around front. Which means we gotta kill a Gundark. All fixed. Basically, the lightning spires, the goal is that the lightning hits them, gets filtered and channeled, and I believe a good portion of it becomes the power source for Drummond Cass. But also a good portion of it gets shot into the ground, just like with a grounding rod or a lightning rod on a house. Because while yes, the lightning is supposed to hit the lightning rod, the lightning rod actually has I've lost the word for it. Basically, it has a wire, tube, whatever you want to call it, that channels that lightning down into the ground.
Uptola, tupatwana dwana wanki slimo podlukata janga. Naka noya choski, noya kochuso te mate chichoya.
Challenge, maybe a friendly wager. Mandalorian named Krieg hunts the big game out in the jungles on the way to Cos City, but he's gotten tired of sport hunting.
What exactly do you need?
Naka noya choski, noya
Mandalorians
kochuso te
are what you
mate
call a
chichoya.
loose association of clans, aliens, humans, bounty hunters, mercenaries, but we've all got one thing in common.
Chupolo, I
We
wanna
fight to be
kopotonte
strong,
tak
we fight for honor and
makechisa.
glory. The bigger, smarter, faster the enemy, the better.
Kiko ubakili,
That's why we're
wata
working with the
bunga
Empire
dunko,
for a crack at the
putoga wata.
Jedi. That's why Craig went deeper into the jungle, why he's issued his challenge, defeat him, win.
What's in this for me?
Ni umpi putamala,
I'd said there was a
pedwana ni
wager,
bochi
everyone who
chitupa
tries puts a
gumba.
little money on it, the pot. Anyone who fights Craig, they win it all.
Esupuda no
I'll warn you
pajunki,
though, once saw
paguta
Craig
ji
rip the
uta
arms off a
bukise.
Gundark barehanded, because he got bored killing them with blasters. Best know what you're getting into.
I can spare a minute.
Chiholukuta, chubu
One more thing,
ikatsfu,
Craig's not alone out
undole.
there. He's got more than a few followers. Strength attracts strength.
Bafupagi wanta
You beat
humpa,
Craig and I'll send the
muli
credits your way.
rabamba
It
hula.
might just cover your med belts. Good luck. If the language that he was speaking sounded familiar, that I am pretty sure was Huttese. Same language we heard a lot on Hutta. And I figure we can go ahead and take down Craig. But first we're going to avoid a lot of these critters. Those are Mandos, but they're not Craig himself. believe to draw him out, we actually are going to have to kill some of the Mandos that are in their little camp. Looks like we have to beat some Mandos anyway. Leo, you're heal spec'd. Okay, good. Good news. Looks like killing these guys a couple at a time is actually going to give us a better chance against Craig. I think what draws him out is that right there. But we're going to kill a few more of his men, so we don't have to face them while facing him. Eventually, as a Imperial agent, we get an ability called Orbital Strike, where basically we call in a big gun to just take out our enemies for us from above. It's very fun.
All right, make me look good. Bleeding here.
Oh, that's one. Got another Mando down. That is 5 of 6. We take down the one that is standing over there once we've healed up. If we take down this guy, then we can go ahead and summon Craig. Got the 6 of 6 Mandos defeated. Alright. Mess with this stuff. Just gonna stand at the ends and shoot at each other.
You and me?
Get close.
Getting good.
He and I actually use very similar tactics, which is funny. lot of the abilities he's using are bounty hunter ones as well. See if they're going for Craig themselves. If they were, I'd stop and help. But it doesn't look like it, so... Wait, do I still have... I guess I need to kill 8. Oh, we can do that.
All right, make me look good.
The equalizers, honestly, who I should be taking out first. They are definitely the one that does the most damage, but they are much slower to do the meter damage thing, so it doesn't really matter which one I take out first as long as they both die eventually. That ability right there, where you see those yellow streaks next to us, that's the one that does the most damage and hurts the most. Hey, there we go. Beat that challenge, got almost 1,000 credits. Not bad. Now we just gotta get past the Mandos and the wild animals to get ourselves out of here. Really, both groups are just as threatening. Came far closer than I wanted to that vine cap. It's okay though. Back this way. We will swing through here. Should be. There we go. We're going to go up this, and there's a turn off, and that's where we need to go to head to the Hidden Colossus. Then we can just turn things in as we're on our way back from there. We are now thankfully out of the heroic area.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. I recognize you from my dealings with Imperial intelligence. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Drummond Cass.
Welcome to the Imperial capital, my lord.
Just the right. An excellent asset here. The situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
What can these renegade slaves possibly provide you?
Test subjects, of course. A means of perfecting my techniques. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
It sounds very noble.
Yes, cowing the masses is a complex art. It requires a great deal of fine-tuning. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply, so that I can determine the proper dosage. The work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'm at home dealing death from the shadows.
Indeed. The most effective agents of the Empire are the ones who work behind the scenes. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent.
He still sounds to me like he's talking with cotton balls in his mouth. Just saying.
If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the Quell toxin.
Are you implying something, Sergeant?
My superior appreciates a particular sort of talent, that's all. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender. This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm sure Lord Drow wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong, Lord Drow is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
You think a lot of yourself.
I know my potential, just as I know who's holding me back from achieving it. Lord Drow's dosage of Quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
I want these renegade slaves to pay for disobeying the Empire.
You're not merely prolonging the slaves' agony, but my own as well. Committed to your work, aren't you? Very well. Take the Quell toxin and inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems. See Lord Drow for your payment when you're done.
Normally it's my Sith who choose that option, not the Imperial agents. Imperial agents tend to be all about efficiency. But apparently she's all about doing things the way that she was told to do, which, yeah, Imperial agent. They tend to be very very good at following orders. It's kind of their job. It's what the Empire wants from good soldiers that listen and just do what they're told. Destroying the water tanks isn't quite what she's been told to do, but it does make sense. You destroy those tanks, then they don't have backup water they can turn to when they realize their own is poisoned. Which means they die faster. Well, to a point. As fast as the Quell toxin lets them, at least. she's also taking care not to fight and shoot them, because then that means that she would have lots of them not dying from the Quell toxin, but from, well, I suppose it wouldn't be lead poisoning since she uses,
You and me?
blasters, not bullets, but still. It's the thought that counts, right? Probably once we've finished up here, we're going to do exactly what we did with Arriere, where we will stop once we have reached the actual site of the Unfinished Colossus. Just go ahead and pick up quests and then log out there to pick it up next week. Water tanks are done. Last one's down that way, okay. Go ahead and swing around back. And we can take the road to get to that last one. And avoid fighting where we can. So, this is going to be the new time for the gaming streams. As a rough thing, around 2 or 3 a.m. Central Time. And then the actual crafting streams, I'm not sure if I'm going to do those in the middle of the night or not. I haven't decided yet. But very likely, yeah. Alright. Water filters are poisoned. Let's head down. We can visit Drowl on our way back after this is all done. Okay. Oh, there is Watcher 2.
Watcher 2 here. I'm receiving your signal. Mapping your location now. Glad you made it through the jungle safely, Agent. Ready to work?
I'm ready. Just standing by for the details.
You may have noticed the chaos out there. There's a slave rebellion going on and you're heading into the middle of it. Our analyst charged with monitoring the rebellion is with me. His name is Lodenth Kashar. He can fill you in on the details.
It is pleasing to see you again. I will do my best to meet expectations. If you have been observing the... I have been observing the revolting slaves and believe my knowledge may be useful.
How did the rebellion start? What's really going on?
This rebellion began several months ago. The slaves, many of them aliens, were being used for construction, but they began fighting for freedom. They are now organized and armed. Their camp is entrenched around the construction site. So far they have held up under the siege.
Imperial intelligence is leaving concerns about the rebellion itself to the military. You're here for a specific slave, an alien named Jurithus.
Are we talking about a violent extraction? Killing rebel slaves?
Don't make this difficult, Agent. Jurithus was once owned by an anti-government radical who used slaves to carry messages to like-minded dissidents.
My analysis suggests Jurithus kept copies of those messages encoded in his native language. You will need to interrogate the slave leaders to find him.
Have we questioned the slave's former master?
He's gone. Dead at the hands of an over-enthusiastic agent. That's why Minder 4 is no longer with us.
You are supplied a base with a medical kit and a syringe full of the SLV-16 serum. You must incapacitate a slave leader, shoot him, and inject him with the serum. He will awaken in a suggestible state, and he will tell you where Jarithus is.
One way or another, I'll make sure he talks.
Yes, the serum is most effective. I helped develop it. I will keep this channel open as soon as you obtain Jarithus' messages. I will download them and begin translating.
Another reason why it's useful to have aliens on staff. In any case, good luck.
I'll get Jarithus' messages.
You should find your targets inside the camp. Take a slave down, apply the serum, and locate Jarithus. This is the only way we can learn what the Radicals are planning. Time's running out, Agent.
Okay. So there's that. Might as well pick up the other quests, such as this one.
Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack, and my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
I'll share any information I turn up.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
Should be the one for drilling equipment over here. Yep.
Hey, Imperial. How's it going? Seeing as how you're already killing slaves and causing a fuss, how'd you like to make a pile of credits?
I can spare a minute.
So Darth Vowron is on the Dark Council, and his apprentice, Lord Ket, wants to advance, so he starts building a giant statue to his master. But Lord Ket doesn't want his master to know, so he brings in slaves from off-world. Slaves rebel, and we get this mess.
The slave rebellion I'm familiar with, though I didn't know the specifics.
Here's where it gets complicated. Lord Ket wants to save face, but secretly. He calls in me and my mercs. By the time we get here, the slaves have captured some giant industrial drills, and they're getting ready to bring down the whole giant statue. Our best team goes in with explosives to blow up the drills. Slaves kill every last one. Got a pile of credits for anyone who grabs those explosives, hooks them to a giant drill, then fights off slaves until the explosives detonate.
Okay. So, we now have our quests for out here. We've got work for the Imperial Agent. We've got work for the Sith. We've got work for the Mercenary. Lots of different things to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it here. I hope that anyone who was watching had fun tonight. We'll pick up next week. And then don't forget we will be having the crafting stream tomorrow. I'm going to be doing that project I was talking about excitedly last time, but didn't get to do because of stuff. Alright, so I do want to thank everyone who showed up for the stream tonight. I hope that everybody had fun. I hope that you're enjoying the Imperial Agent storyline as much as I am. It will get even more exciting as we go further on. But otherwise, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for the crafting stream. Bye.